Assalamu alaikum. This is Shahrukh Mujumdar welcoming you to the English news from Btv Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman calls upon administration officials to think themselves people's friends. Increasing remittance to keep country's economy stable urgent. Commons Information and Broadcasting Minister. People reject Jamaat in elections as they know its past history, says Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. Government to lease out ghats, Balu Mahols and Jal Mahols to real people, says State Minister for Land. Kumilla's Bagha Sharif becomes champion for third consecutive term in traditional Jabbers Boli Khela in port city of Chattogram. Iranian delegation reaches Islamabad while US representatives on the way to join second round of peace talks for ending war. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman sought the government officials' effective role in implementing electoral pledges, saying that his government is committed to implement all the pledges made in his party's election manifesto. The people have given their verdict in favor of our manifesto. Therefore, the present democratic government is committed to implement the election manifesto and every clause and every commitment of the July Charter signed before the people, he said. The Prime Minister made the remarks while addressing an event at the Bangladesh Institute of Administration and Management BM Foundation Auditorium after laying the foundation stone of a training center cum dormitory building at BM Foundation in the capital this morning. In his speech, Tariq Rahman stressed the need to uphold transparency, accountability and ethical practices to maintain public trust, noting that civil servants play a key role in ensuring the effectiveness, continuity and stability of the state machinery. The Prime Minister also asked the civil servants to work with integrity, professionalism and a deep sense of responsibility, saying a strong and accountable administration is essential to building a modern Bangladesh. Presided over by President of the Bangladesh Administrative Service Association and Cultural Secretary Kaniz Molla, the program was also addressed by Association Secretary General Muhammad Babul Mia. Director General of BM Foundation, Muhammad Abdul Malik, highlighted the activities of BM, while Chief Engineer of the Public Works Department, Khalikuzaman Chaudhary, spoke on various aspects of the building. Later, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman visited the BM Laboratory School. Prime Minister's Additional Press Secretary Atikur Rahman Ruman said during this time he spent lively moments with the students and spoke with them. The little students were very delighted to have the Prime Minister close to them, he said, adding some rushed to shake hands with the Prime Minister while some came for autographs. The Additional Press Secretary said after entering the classroom, the Premier exchanged greetings with the students alongside studies. Tariq Rahman advised the students to engage in sports. Seeing the interaction between the Prime Minister and the students, the teachers of the school became emotional, Ruman said. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has encouraged college student Rizwan Rashid Rian by driving a go-kart racing car built by the student. Prime Minister's Deputy Press Secretary Jahidul Islam Roni said the Premier inspected the go-kart on the premises of his Tejgaon office this noon. At one stage, to inspire Rizwan Rashid, the Prime Minister himself drove the go-kart. After his HSC examinations, Rizwan built the go-kart using local parts with his own savings at a cost of only Taka 1 lakh. The vehicle, built over 2 to 3 months of effort, has been locally tested and designed with safety in mind. Information and Broadcasting Minister Jahiruddin Shapon has said expanding remittance earnings is essential to keep the country's economy on track. He made the remarks today while speaking at a seminar held at the National Press Club. Bangladesh Expatriates Development Association and Ital Bangla Coordination Development Association jointly organized the event. Bangladesh Expatriates Development Association Executive Director Shah Mohammad Taifur Rahman Chotun presented the keynote paper. BNP's All-European Wing convener Muhyiddin Chintu presided over the seminar, while engineer Salahuddin, Director of the Bureau of Manpower Employment and Training, and Ronnie Akhtar, former Joint General Secretary of BNP's Italy chapter, were present. The Information and Broadcasting Minister said the country's economy has become fragile due to alleged mismanagement by the previous government. He also mentioned that efforts are underway to increase foreign currency earnings by sending more skilled workers abroad. The Jatiyottabadi Shramik Dal will hold a large rally in Noyapolton in the capital on the occasion of International Workers' Day or May Day. Prime Minister and BNP Chairperson Tariq Rahman will attend the rally as a chief guest. All preparations for the event have already been completed. This information was shared today by LGRD Minister and BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir after a joint meeting held at the BNP Central Office in Noyapolton to mark May Day. On another issue, condemning remarks made by the Jamaat Amir, Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said Jamaat has been destabilizing the political situation even since before the elections. He added that the nation is aware of their past record and the people have rejected them in the elections. He said that the BNP government came to power through a completely neutral election. Prime Minister's political advisor and BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi, along with other leaders, were also present at the time. State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Yasir Khan Chaudhary today inaugurated Kaliapara Bazaar to Kumarpur Road in Nandail of Mymensingh. Local residents had long suffered due to the poor condition of the road, which became especially difficult to use during the rainy season. With the completion of the construction work, the newly opened road has brought relief to the locals. Local Government Engineering Department implemented the 357-meter road, costing 68,84,000 taka. Residents hoped that the new road will improve connectivity in the area and help increase local economic activities. State Minister for Land and Chittagong Hill Tract Affairs, Barrister Mir Muhammad Helaluddin said the government is reconsidering and taking measures to allocate Ghats, Balu Mahols and Jal Mahols to the real people, taking from those who illegally worked against democracy and in favor of dictatorship in every place. He said this at the Coastal Dialogue at the Chattogram Press Club today. Local organizations Amra Shindip Bashi, Human 24 and IPSA organized the Coastal Dialogue titled Shindip's April Tragedy, Decide Now to Save Shindip, with the aim of disaster prevention, safe shipping systems and building a sustainable coast. Saleh Noman, General Secretary of the Chattogram Metropolitan Union of Journalists, presided over, while Jamaat Islami Chattogram North District Amir Muhammad Alauddin Shikdar, Shindip Upojila BNP convener Advocate Abu Tahir, Coastal and Island Development Board Implementation Council Chief Coordinator Aminur Rasul, Dhaka University part-time teacher Samsud Doha, Stanford University Environmental Science Department Chairman Professor Dr. Ahmed Kamruzzaman Mujumdar, University of Chittagong Associate Professor Muhammad Shoaib Uddin Haider, and people from different walks of life from Shindip addressed the occasion. The speakers sought the government's attention to the development of Shindip, a coastal upojila of Chattogram, including infrastructure development, communication, health and education. Kumilla's Bagha Sharif has become the champion for the third time, defeating Rashid Boli in the challenge bout of the traditional Abdul Jabbar's Boli Khela. This attractive and century-old traditional wrestling competition of the region was held today at the Laliki Maidan in the port city of Chattogram with great enthusiasm. 108 wrestlers from different parts of the country participated in this year's 117th edition of the competition. Member of Parliament of Chattogram 9 constituency, Abu Sufyan handed over the prizes to the winners. BNP leader Abdul Hashem Bakr and Acting Chief Executive Officer of the City Corporation, Muhammad Ashraful Amin, were present on the occasion. Earlier, Chattogram Metropolitan Police CMP Commissioner Hassan Muhammad Shaukat Ali inaugurated the competition. On this occasion, a two-day Boishakhi Fair was organized at Laliki Maidan and its surrounding areas. Abdul Jabbar Saudagar, a renowned businessman from the Badarpati area of Chattogram city, introduced this competition to inspire the youth in the anti-British movement in 1909. This traditional competition and Boishakhi Fair is held on the 12th of Boishakh every year. A severe heat wave and extreme humidity have disrupted daily life across the country. Mild to moderate heat waves are currently affecting various regions including Dhaka and Khulna. This unbearable heat has disturbed normal life in the capital. Road traffic and public movement have significantly decreased. On one hand, there is intense sunlight, and on the other, occasional power outages have further worsened the suffering in this extreme heat. Experts say that although the actual temperature is not extremely high, the humidity is making it feel much hotter. In this situation, children and the elderly are suffering the most, along with additional hardship for daily wage earners. Health experts are advising people to drink plenty of clean water, coconut water, saline drinks or oral saline solution to avoid health risks during this harsh weather. They also recommend avoiding direct sunlight when going outside and using umbrellas or hats for protection. There is also some relief in the forecast. The Meteorological Department has said the rainfall is likely across the country from Monday, and heat wave is expected to begin easing slightly before that. Now, international news. The White House said United States envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner will travel to Islamabad, Pakistan today for talks with Iran. But a spokesperson for the Iranian Foreign Ministry said no meeting is planned to take place between Iran and the US, and Tehran's observations would be conveyed by Pakistan. Al Jazeera's correspondent in Islamabad said Pakistani mediators are cautiously optimistic regarding Iran-US talks after the arrival of Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi in the Pakistani capital as part of a three-country tour. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his forces have full freedom of action in Lebanon despite the announcement of a three-week extension to a ceasefire, which Hezbollah has said is meaningless amid continued Israeli attacks. Israeli forces said they killed 6 Hezbollah fighters in southern Lebanon, as Lebanese Health Ministry said the number of people killed by Israel's attacks since March 2nd has risen to 2,491, with 7,719 injured. Israeli forces have killed 12 Palestinians in attacks throughout Gaza, medical sources in the enclave Tel Al Jazeera. As Israel continues its daily violations of the ceasefire struck last year. An Israeli attack on a police vehicle on Friday killed at least 8 people, including 3 civilian bystanders in Khan Yunis. A separate attack in Gaza City also killed 2 police officers. 2 other people were killed in the bombing of a house in Beit Lahia in northern Gaza. Gaza's Ministry of Interior called on the international community on Friday to intervene and end the Israeli targeting of local police forces working to restore security in civilian areas. It said the attack in Khan Yunis came after security forces intervened to break up a fight in the area. The continued silence of international organizations regarding the targeting of civilian police officers constitutes complicity with the Israel occupation, encouraging it to commit further crimes against a civilian institution protected under international law, the ministry said. Israel has been systematically killing police officers in Gaza as it allies itself with criminal gangs in the occupied territory. Back to national news. Mirarkil Government Primary School in Hatajari, Upazila of Chattogram has come under the ambit of modern information technology services. Internet connection was launched in this school. State Minister for Land and Chittagong Hill Tracts Affairs, Barrister Mir Muhammad Halaluddin, inaugurated the Starlink Internet connection today. The school's headmaster, students and local distinguished personalities were present on the occasion. In addition, the State Minister for Land joined a view exchange meeting with the headmasters of government primary schools in the school hall to improve the quality of primary education. State Minister for Land and Chittagong Hill Tracts Affairs, Barrister Mir Muhammad Halaluddin, distributed financial assistance checks of 50,000 taka allocated by the Department of Social Services to 38 destitute patients to assist with their medical treatments at the Chattogram Heart Foundation. Speaking as a chief guest, the State Minister emphasized that bringing healthcare to the doorsteps of the people remains a top government priority. He further highlighted the administration's commitment to the specific development of the Chattogram region alongside national progress. Chattogram Heart Foundation President M.A. Salam presided over, among others, Foundation's Secretary General Prabir Kumar Dash and senior officials of the foundation were present on the occasion.